Hello! So I just want to make a video about how to ace Organic Chemistry 1 and 2 in a summer. So if you apply these concepts, I guarantee you you're going to have incredible results in your class. So I took Summer 1 and Summer 2 Organic Chemistry 1 and Organic Chemistry 2 in UT Austin this year. So I just want to share some tips. First of all, I just want you to have in mind that Organic Chemistry is going to be time consuming. So you're going to be 100% spending your time in organic chemistry. And when I say 100%, it's going to be from Monday to Sunday, at least 8 hours. 5 or 8 hours, at least. So it's a really commitment. But I just want you to have in mind that you're doing this commitment because you have a dream to follow. Like maybe you want to do a bachelor in chemistry, or maybe you want to go to med school, or you want to be a research, right? Or you want to do a physician assistant. So you have a goal. So remember that pain is temporary, the rewards are forever. So put the best that you can in this class. Okay, so I just want to start at the beginning how it works to go to class. So I recommend you to go to every single lecture. I know you're already thinking like, oh my goodness, I know I have to go to every single lecture, but yes, go to every single lecture. In the lecture, the professor is going to mention key points that he's going to put on the exam, or common mistakes that the students have done in past exams that most of the time he's going to say this mistake was before in the class, and he's going to put it in the exam, most of sure, because he's going to test you about that mistake that he knows the student's fault. But if you go to class, you take a really good note about it, you put a star, you're going to practice that mistake, and you're going to really put careful attention to the mistake. When you're in class, I want you to suggest that don't sit in a place that you're going to get distracted. Don't sit in the where the doors are open and closed, because maybe you're who's coming or what's going on, or sit in a place that you're going to be concentrated. For me, was in the front, close to the professor, because not many people sit over there. So I was like, okay, I don't have too many distractions. I turn off always my cell phone. I don't want distractions myself. I just 1 hour and a half or 2 hours of organic chemistry, pure concentration. So take notes while you're in the class. It really helps a lot, like taking notes. And whenever you go back, you're like, because it's maybe your handwriting is like, wow, what happened here? But it kind of clicks in your head because it's a familiar letter, so your mind is going to capture it easily, the information. So I suggest you to sit in the front in class or in a place that you don't get distracted, and pay 100% attention to the professor. Secondly, after you take the class, get a break. Half an hour, 1 hour, eat something, get some energy. And after that, go to a place that you can study. For me, it was the library. I was studying the third place. Go to a place that you can study, but don't fall asleep, like a place that's quiet enough to study, that you don't have like your people going around, but a place that you can study and do some I would say some individual study, because sometimes we study in our own pace. It's good to do study groups also, I would suggest it, but like if it is the first time that you're doing material, study by yourself in that moment. You really need to immerse in the material and not to know what is your weaknesses to be able to master the material, and that you can do it just by yourself. Like you're like doing the problems and you're like, wow, holy guacamole, what happened here? So go to a place that you can study, and I would suggest you to read every single chapter. I know it's a lot. I read every single chapter, being honest. I read every single chapter, every single page, and I took notes of every single thing. Why? What is the reason I did that? Okay, so I have this theory that whenever you read something, that is going to be the base of information, You're just kind of getting familiar with the material, the professor covering the key points, but you're going to put everything together in a big picture. And how you're going to do it? The book. After you take notes, it's important that you read a chapter and take notes. Sometimes it takes 6 hours doing a chapter and taking notes, sometimes 7 hours, sometimes 5 hours, sometimes 3 hours if the chapter was short. But when I read a chapter and I take notes, I force in my mind to really how can I say it, to really get familiarized with the problem, because with the information, because I'm writing it down. It's not like passive reading, it's active studying. After that, I will suggest you to do every problem. So the professor is going to give you mostly two kind of problems. Homework that is going to be graded, and suggested problems. The homework that is going to be graded is mostly like the key material that he's going to cover. The suggested problems is going to be a lot of problems that is going to be sometimes from simple to harder, that is going to summarize what you read in the chapter. So why I tell you read the chapter, take notes, and then do the problems? Because whenever you're doing the problems, you're going to struggle most of the time. Believe me, I struggle. especially when you're doing the mechanisms and you have to, for example, they give you a study materials and you have to get the final materials. Wow, it's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, you're going to struggle. But at the end of the day, don't get like discouraged. It's good to struggle because you're forcing your mind to work. Okay, so you struggle, but you know, here's where it really comes, because you already have an idea, you already read something, you know in your mind, okay, oh my goodness, how I get this to get this? Oh, I think I read it somewhere. So you go back to your notes, you go back to your chapters, and you're going to solidify your material. There's where the reading comes as a base, doing the problems come as solidifying the material, because you need to go back to what you read to solve it. So you're going to go back what you read, and then you're going to make a connection between what you read and you do the problem. Your mind basically do the connection. So do all the problems. Sometimes you're going to boom, 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 finish the homework like in 2 hours. And then just continue going ahead and read lecture ahead, but study 8 hours every day. Sometimes you're going to stay, sometimes I stay 6 hours when I was doing NMR in the second organic chemistry. I stay 6 hours doing the NMR. Like saying, okay, in the MRI, they're going to put you, like, for example, to calculate the how many hydrogens, protons are going to be excited, and take like 6 hours doing that thing, especially with the benzenes. It takes a lot of time, but at the end of the day, those 6 hours were worth it, because when I was in the exam, I was like, this is familiar with this, and the more do you took time, the more time do you spend with that one, the better it's going to stick in your mind. So never do, like, for example, a problem like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to do it, I will do the next one, and I will do the next one, I will do the next. Stay with it. If you feel like you're spending too much time and you can do the other ones, and then the next day do that one, the one that you struggle a lot, or go to the office hours of the professor and ask him to explain it, and then you do it by yourself. It's important you ask for help, but then try to reinforce the help to see if it really sticks by doing it by yourself again. So do all the practice problems that you can. Later on, I will suggest to always find different materials to methods to study. So for me, it was like, I read, I took notes, I did practice problems, but sometimes I didn't get the points. So what I do is I watch some YouTube videos, like Khan Academy is really good. There are also great videos over there. I forgot the other ones that I used to watch. But for example, when I was struggling, when I was doing the mechanisms, I always watch some Khan Academy videos, or the stereoisomers, or you know, all organic chemistry is a lot of detail, like sometimes naming compounds. I was like, oh my goodness, when do I put a dash, or when do I put a cis or trans, you know, in the naming compound. So I always go back to videos, because at the end of the day, whenever you watch it, whenever you do it, you're using all your senses, so it sticks more in your mind. Another thing that's important, I think, is the third point. I don't know. The third point is going to be have some support, since at least one person or two persons that support you in this, that know that you are studying so hard. So for example, for me, was like in the midnight, I always call my sister and my mom, like, Mom, what are you doing? That helps me a lot to knowing how she's doing what I'm doing, at least for 5 minutes that day. We always talk. That helps a lot, because if not, you're going to go burn out. So also, we suggest that before doing like one day before the exam, just concentrate doing the reviews that the professor give you, and just do problems every single day. And they're going to give you sometimes the old exams of last semesters. So do all the exams and time it. So I put like 2 hours, and then oops, it's falling. Is I put this so you cannot see the disaster. I need to clean my room. I need to clean my room. Okay, so do the exams that the professor gave you. It really helps a lot to calm your nerves and to be like, okay, I got this. So I just want to wish you the best. I just want to let you know that it's going to take time. It's time consuming. It's a lot of effort, but you can do it. Believe me, everybody can do it. Everybody. So wish you the best in this organic chemistry session that you're going to take. And remember, practice problems, do all the practice problems. I just want to highlight it again because it's important. And I wish you to ace this organic chemistry. And goodbye. and I'll be posting more videos in the future about whatever is going on and if I find some useful tips. So wish you the best. Bye bye.